I want to cover the the story on the Vietnamese real estate tycoon because it's a short story and it's a short and sweet story. What is this video that's being recommended to me? Proof of Sydney Sweeney's many lies. 300,000 views. Okay, man. Listen, she's no George Santos, so who cares?
Streets of Ho Chi Minh City
Also,
this
Anon, thank you for the gifts. It's a naughty reaper.
week, a rare protest. Dozens of people gathered outside a branch of the Saigon Commercial Bank. Give us back our money, they chant. They are just some of the victims caught up in Vietnam's biggest financial scandal. At the People's Court of Ho Chi Minh City, billionaire real estate tycoon Trương Mỹ Lan was found guilty of embezzlement, bribery and violating bank regulations and sentenced to death. Earlier, state media had announced the court intended to give Lan the harshest possible sentence and make an example of her. The court said she paid bribes to government officials and controlled the Saigon Commercial Bank illegally through hundreds of shell companies. The court heard that Lan paid a bribe of more than $5 million to senior central bank inspectors. Lawyers for Lan can lodge an appeal. Vietnam has emerged as a global business hub and courted foreign investment, positioning itself as an alternative to China for foreign companies wanting to manufacture in Asia. But experts say cases like this can affect the...
I love the business speak for companies wanting to manufacture in Asia. Just say for companies that wanted to exploit very cheap labor.
Of corporations.
And this is also why my favorite thing on the planet is when people are like, I can't believe you listen to Al Jazeera. They're basically communist. It's like, are you an idiot? God, please. They just are good about recognizing that Israel is committing a genocide. That's it. That's what they're really good on. Okay?
To do business here.
So right now, with this situation, you're having both an economic risk, market risk, and government risk at the same time, right? Because of the regulating bodies didn't regulate the banks, which allowed for Ms. Trương Mỹ Lan to do what she did.
Authorities say more than 40,000 people are victims of the scam. Nguyen Thi Ngo Han says staff at the bank convinced her to buy corporate bonds. She didn't know these bonds were linked to shell companies owned by Lan. Now, after working in a cigarette factory and as a street vendor for decades, she says she has lost her life savings of nearly $30,000.
Rồi xong cái bắt đầu cái về nhà thì khóc một mình, khóc hoài, vô công viên ngồi cũng khóc một mình không.
When I found out, I sat in a park and cried by myself. I'll die if I can't get my money back. I put each and every penny I had in there. I just want my money back. I don't care about the verdict.
Cô không có ý kiến, cô không biết ý kiến như thế nào nữa.
She says she now lives on just $2 a day and relies on free food from temples for her meals. There will be a separate trial for the fraud case involving corporate bonds, meaning for now people like Han don't know how they will get their money back or if they ever will. Jessica Washington.
I just don't understand the greed. I just don't get like the greed. Like that's always been, maybe it's just because I'm poor brained. I don't know. But like, you don't need that much fucking money. And like, here's the thing. If the money didn't come at the cost of other people suffering, whatever, I don't care. That's fine. Some people want more money than other people, whatever. But like knowing that you are doing that, you are only making that money off of the exploitation of other people and making sure that other people literally don't have food so that you can have one more yacht. I'm trying to think about how people unalive themselves because of this, thinking you're going to retire and then you have nothing. I mean, just, you don't even have to look at Asia or Vietnam. You can just look in the US with people who experience crippling medical debt. One of America's best pieces of media's most widely loved pieces of media in the past, 2 decades in the 21st century was about a guy who gets a cancer diagnosis and turns to selling meth to pay for his bills. The 3 American girlfriends that I've had all had massive debt. I couldn't understand it. I'm so privileged. That show came out while my dad was literally dying of lung cancer. Glitchmaster, thank you for the 10 months.
Washington, Al Jazeera.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.
Breaking Bad is such bullshit. And his friend would have paid his bills like, bro, you didn't need to sell meth. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to accept the premise that Walt is inherently a flawed character where here's the things that matter to him in order, right? First is his ego and pride, followed immediately by his family, followed immediately by his own life. So he would rather die than receive help. And he would rather let his family suffer than take a single hit to his ego or pride.